my beans are done, and I've taken them out of the pot, and they're cooling now. And so we're ready to start making these into something. My black beans, I'm going to start with my black beans, and it's actually cool enough to touch now. And I'm going to just pour them into a strainer to get rid of some of that liquid. I'm going to leave about a cup in the jar so that I can make some brownies. I need a cup for brownies and another cup for this bean salad that I'm going to do. Okay, then I just detach it like this, and I put it in the cup so that it'll just always be plugged in and ready to use. I use this for everything. I love it. It's 200 watts. The 100 watt is for liquids. The 200 watts can do just about anything. Okay, so now I'm going to make a Mediterranean bean salad. I just made it up, actually. I took a couple of bean salads and looked at the recipe and kind of tweaked it and changed it to the way I like it. What I do is I actually start with the brine. So I have a clean jar, and I just mix up the brine. And that's in your recipe book if you take a look at the bean section. And then I poured some black beans in here to start to drain the liquid out of it. And then I'm going to add some red beans, garbanzo beans, white beans, and green beans. There it is, all mixed up. It's really yummy. And then I'm just going to put it right into the brine. Easiest part. The other thing is I used white vinegar this time, and the recipe calls for white vinegar and balsamic. Balsamic makes it turn black, but it's very tasty, but it's not too appealing to look at. So you just make your choice if you want your black or your white vinegar. And there's my Mediterranean bean salad. Now when you add it to the brine, you're going to need one of those these funnels. They're called a canning funnel, and you're definitely going to have that in order to get it into the brine. And you just start spooning it in. Spoon it into this broth, and it's going to be so delicious. What I'm going to do is add a 1/4 cup of the same chili mix that I already mixed up and had for the chili. I like to use that same mix for the refried beans. And then I'll just grab some of my olive oil and throw some olive oil in there. So I took the hand part off and put that back in the cup so it's ready to go. And this, you just have to get all the beans off and then put this in the sink. Again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, which is really hard to do. And then I'm going to just put this in the sink. But this is some delicious refried beans and ready to dip chips or put grated cheese on top or put it in your tacos or your burritos, and it is wonderful. Okay, we're down to the garbanzo beans. We've got our Mediterranean bean salad, our chili, our lentil soup, our refried beans, black beans over there waiting for to be brownies. And this, I'm just going to get rid of a lot of the liquid because I don't need it in hummus. And now you can actually, you can serve garbanzo beans just like raw nuts. You could just rinse them off, put them in a little plate or a bowl and salt them like you would peanuts. And they're actually pretty good. But I just want to show you that they have like a little hole on them, and the hole comes off. So if you kind of pinch them, the hole just comes right off. And you've got this kind of a clear hole. So if you were going to serve them as a nut, like a very high protein snack. You would just put them under the water and have all those hulls come off. You just run them between your hands, and they'd all come off, and then salt them. But for us today, what we're going to do is put them back in the jar, and we're going to make hummus. So I'm going to come back over here to my hand blender and squish them up. Then I'm going to add some olive oil. And some sesame oil. I'm going to take the top off with one hand. How do you do that? Okay, put the camera down. And I'll pour some sesame seed oil in there. And that is so flavorful, really yummy. And Bill would just die if he knew I was doing that without any kind of measurement. But it always turns out really good. And then you're going to add salt, pepper, all the usual things that you add to something yummy. And some cumin. So we need to grab our cumin right here and put some cumin in there. Definitely cannot, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Just a tiny bit. And then you grind it up some more. Like a really nice smooth dip. And that just goes anything to do with Middle Eastern food. We use it on pitas, and the pitas we make fresh from our homemade bread, and we just spread it, we actually dip it like a tortilla chip, and that's hummus. Okay, we're down to our white beans, 1 cup of white beans left, and that's going to be for white bean sugar cookies. But I'm going to do that on a different day. So I'm just going to put a lid on this and put it in the fridge, and I'll do that on another day when I make my treats, which is Tuesday treats. So Monday is meals for the week, and Tuesday I'll make some treats. So this brownie mix, this black beans will be brownies. The white beans will be sugar cookies, and the rest of these are meals for the week. So we have our Mediterranean bean salad, our chili, our lentil soup, our refried beans, and our hummus.